That's the thing that the so-called the firm would give the girl a tali, okay, and then as amount for marriage. All these here are accumulated.
Okay.
Yes, and then we went to court. Not only we, it was a joint venture of many organizations. So such thing happened. Not way back in 90s. It is after 2020.
Sorry, I didn't follow it. Is it a scheme or a scam?
A scam into scheme
Acha.
by the owners of the spinning mills. But they called it beautifully Sulu scheme.
Hmm.
See, our prime supporter is child rights and you, crime. I don't know if you know.
Yeah.
So they are supporting from the beginning. So they are almost kind of our patron. So we closely work with them. So the payment and the program costs are borne by CRI right now. And recently we got in touch with Rebuild India, another entity
Yeah.
who are supporting larger institutions
Rebuild.
for institutional development.
Dasra rebuild, sir.
That's not Rebuild. So it's the parent is Dasra and Rebuild.
I think
I'll speak.
Serum Trust has operating for about 15 years.
15 years.
I think it was still shocking to hear about the bonded labor and female field side. I have from Kerala and I have visited places like Attapadi and I have worked closely.
I also been that.
I worked closely with some tribal settlements as well. But it was still very, kind of shocking to hear this is happening in an affluent city like Tamil Nadu. And also, what are the mentality changes that you have brought in people in the 15
One
years?
thing he says affluent, I deny that it is not affluent. Okay, we don't believe in that. There are some people affluent in Tamil Nadu, India. Okay, let us understand that. Other than we have to discuss in a different manner. Affluency is not prevalent everywhere. Okay, there are people who earn in lakhs. There are people who take still salaries in 8,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000. So that is a gap we have that you should study economics and social science to understand. That is regarding affluence. And secondly, female feticide is, again I used a word, male chauvinism. Okay, there is a, if you remember some 20-30 years back, there was female infanticide in certain parts of Tamil, like Teni, Kambam, Podi, if you remember. And then it slowly moved on. For example, a good number of girls, women are here. You should understand, like every family has a choice for a male person. Okay, still the family title is endowed on a male person. Okay, the karta, legally we call it karta, still. So that is not completely broken or clarified across India, also in Kerala. So the issue is that actually. So we have to understand the patriarchy, the cultural mindset. That is why I said that topic cannot be easily discussed as I would discuss here. There were places where I was chased away from the families. Jaya was literally thrown away. They were ready to beat. See, for example, they will immediately say, you have a son. They will finish your conversation with them. You don't want my son to have a son? What will you answer? So that is the mindset of the people. Still, the choice, okay, for a male person in the family is very strong. But of course, it is changing. I wouldn't say it is not changing. It is changing. So that still has an impact on the families. Okay. For example, with the closely working with families, we have where families with the 3 girls and all, that's still there. And they have opted, like, I'm not going to deep into it, okay, because it's a different course of thing, okay. Like they go to a palm reader and he will say, first is a girl, I go. They will say, your 5th is a boy.
Which means?
I believe. So, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, I cut with my wife. Can you imagine what will happen to my wife? Women have died. Okay? And some women at the age of 25, they will look as though they are in their 40s. They have lost so much of blood, energy, everything. The mental trauma women can understand. Okay? That goes into. So that's how we identify, but we're slowly trying to address after maybe the next generation who are growing with us. We have to handle that effectively. But still, it's a tough thing to handle. Okay? If you could also help us with some new thinking, infusion, I don't know, we would love to have that. But we are doing that in a very traditional way. Okay? For example, we have closed certain scan centers, if you want. We have gone to the press. So one way we do legally strong things also. The other way we have to also work in the community. If the community negates, you are touching upon a very, very crucial thing. The community can negate you.
Yes.
Then the children will lose the opportunity. So we have to be also like balancing. We are not saviors to handle everything and say that okay, from tomorrow onwards there is no, it's not going to happen in India or any part of the country.
I just wanted to add something. We all went to a community visit. We did not meet any bonded neighbors though, but we met a lot of families where they had like 3 daughters, and they said like a third or second daughter they tried to get her aborted because family, it's not the woman's choice always, it's not the mother's choice, it's always the family, in-laws, society. They'll start questioning, you already had 2 daughters, the third going to be son, what is the plan? Indirectly they'll ask this thing only. And the news, I think some of you who are from Tamil Nadu, I don't know whether you remember, couple of years, 3-4 years back, they sealed and closed and arrested some people from the scan center in Salem, around this part of Tamil Nadu. And they themselves told us that we got scan from, took a scan from this scan center. They told us it's female, hence we did this. We were about to, some women we met, they said we were about to do that and we didn't do it. Right now I'm very happy. I've heard stories like, daughters takes care of parents or mothers really well. So I really love my daughters. That's what the mother told us. It was very nice. The change that is happening right now.
Nice.
When they came, we wanted all of them to have 3 different experiences. So one group went to meet bonded laborers. I think Lakshmi went to meet women who are into this. Another group went to meet where we have done some very innovative things on the education. For example, we brought in a school, high school, with a struggle. We went up to a National Child Rights Commission to interview, for example. A road 4 lanes came straight to over the high school. As a lawyer, I know it took a 2-3 kilometers diversion to avoid a well. I'm talking about Tamil Nadu as a lawyer. To avoid a well of a landlord, it took a diversion. But to school, no, it doesn't take. It runs over. You understand? So, and then we fought. Children were dropping out, 30, 40 children dropping out every year. There was no toilet, there was no proper school. So we struggled about 5 to 6 years to bring in a school. So some went there. So different experience we do along with ensuring child rights and child protection, particularly girl children. Child marriage is a very strong issue. I'm not talking. Child marriage, this when TFI people came, they met about 20 young girls in their 15, 16 years already having a kid. And everybody says we have made a mistake. Tell me how will you handle this? A girl who got 447 marks in 10th standard gets married in 11th standard after 3 months. Because of fear, she happens to talk to a girl, boy, and she feels somebody sees in the village, something will happen, they are going to tell the parents, so let us get married. That's all. Now 2-3 children. And she wants to study now. So where will I create a resource to help such young women to study? We are seeing the possibilities. So that is how we would like to come in with a life skill education for our children, so that they are able to be making better decisions.
Right.
They are able to say no. I want to teach my girl children to say no. They are talking about true now after seeing cinemas. So, okay, you have your love, but then continue your college, go for higher education, handle a boy, handle a man. Done that. So that's how our fellowship we would like to bring in. So
Lakshmi,
not merely academic. Yes.
I have a question to Lakshmi. Lakshmi, will the Tamil Nadu cohort also going to Salem Trust and will be working there, or what? Teaching?
Tamil Nadu cohort will be going.
Yeah. Will they be actually placed there as well, or what?
No, we only intervene in Chennai.
Acha.
So we will do our program.
Achha.
For example, here one who is going to second year, one fellow came for internship during summer.
Acha.
Now next month one from Delhi is joining us. From Bhumi Foundation they are also like our entrepreneur. They are also doing fellowship. One girl came from there. So we are getting interns supporting. But ours is a very tiny organization, very community based organization. You will not see Pakka organization. It's very organic. Lakshmi would have seen how Jaya handles.
Lovely.
So, what inspires you to stay in such a field for 15 years? And as we are future fellows, do we have anything inspiring to share with us or advice? Yeah.
You have to believe in something. I believe in, as I transformed myself, I believe that me, my team, my people can transform the society. So that's the belief. You have to believe, that's all. Very simple. You have to believe and do it. Do it. Like, as you know, I changed myself at one point. I had an opportunity to be in a different atmosphere. But then every time people brought me back, the commitment to people brought me back. So I'm here. So that's it. Like I was 6 years into I was a criminal lawyer, making good money and all that, dealing very happily with the criminals. Okay. Yes. Yeah, we have good criminals here. Robin Hood, okay. So, no, as a lawyer, I'm telling you. No alignment with the criminality. As a lawyer.
Experience,
I'm here
yeah.
to defend any of you. There is a right to defend. I'm here to defend. That's how law supports. But then at a point I took a break and then I of course I'm into legal consultancy, training and all that. Like we come out with manuals, for example, labor manual for women working in textile industries. So I was part of. So I am multifarious.
Lovely.
One thing, I know you all have sessions tomorrow. It's a very informal thing that we are having.
Yes.
Somebody's like feeling sleepy, tired. We feel to go. Was here.
No, this is quite informal, I think, because Lakshmi wanted. I didn't understand what Lakshmi wanted. After seeing me, she said, "Why don't you come and meet?" And we were trying to figure out when and all that.
Lakshmi, did you also work at Salem Trust? No.
Love to.
We would have Lakshmi sooner joining us.
Lovely.
But she's there in the TFI Chennai team. Yes.
All the best.
You mentioned about how you have very close bond with the teachers and the schools, right? Could you tell a little bit more about how you established that bond with the teachers? And also you mentioned about innovative schooling techniques that you're using in the school. Innovative schooling techniques you're using in the school, right?
No, we don't innovatively handle anything in the school. We don't directly work in the school. But we work to develop the infrastructure, for example. In some schools we have brought in new classrooms. In some schools we have brought in compound wall. In some schools we have brought in STEM center, okay, with the support of CRI and others. And this is certain schools, literally this school in Karipati, you can come, Karipati is open. So many people have come to see the school, you know. And like we have to work, we have to create advocacy, we have to lobby, we have to talk to people, you know, like that's how. In the school, they want actually people to support them also, no? Like in the school, government school teacher, who recognizes them? Okay, so parents, they're all into daily wage and they don't really literally follow up regularly. So when there is an organization, social entity supporting children, enrollment, we do enrollment campaign, for example. Now, in the end of May and June, we want every child. Our staff will go, supposing she has got a boy at the age of 5, they will go and talk and they will ensure that child goes to school and enrolled in a government school. So we do it. So all this connects us with the government school and we do programs, trainings, we are also part of the Jain is also part of the district level trainer in the education department and in the ICDS program. So they also train. So we get connected that way. We closely work with the social welfare department, district child protection unit, child line, and police health department. Okay, primary health center. So these entities we closely work with.
Right.
It's a creating professional rapport. So welcome to Salem, People Plus, when you get some chance.
Yes.
You just pass by anytime. We are in a small office. You can come and stay there and meet our children.
You will see me soon, sir. There. You will see me soon.
Yeah,
There.
internship you can come. We would love to have people supporting. We are doing very small studies with the interns this year, like 3 to 5 years. We just did a study on about 110 children in Dharmaburi. We also work in Dharmaburi.
Acha.
Okay? Dharmaburi more child labor, child marriage and teenage pregnancy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sharing you the data and all that. I'm not going to data. That part when we connect later on.
But yes.
No, it is as TFI would say, it starts with the self, the other, and the nation, and the country.
Mm.
So we have to believe. I know the world will take you into profit making. You know, it is very alluring. See where you want to be. Where you want to be. That is a big, huge society lagging behind culturally, economically, socially. It's called gap. So if you youngsters, I know you are all committed, that's why you are here. I know certain amount of integrity, that's why you are here. So that's the basis. So with which you can continue to be any part of the country, anywhere, wherever you are. Get connected with the children, women, the tribals. So like Attapadi is from Kerala and I am from Tamil Nadu. I know Attapadi. So you talk about where there is a real issue, somewhere either virtually or physically unconnected. You have to get connected. You have to spend time. What is needed for my earning, I can make it. But I don't want much. What is sufficient for me, for my family, I'm able to
Yes.
do that with my profession.
That's
There is,
exactly
why not?
what I said.
Why not?
I'm able to support myself and my family members.
Be part of the transforming, let's be agents of transformation. That's all. You have to believe it, and that you can do.
Thank you so much, sir. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Today is sir's graduation.
Oh, congratulations.
But it's very tough. I tell you, it's very tough.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of technical thing you have to learn. A lot of technical thing. Everything is in the Excel thing. You have to type and they will make correction. And every week, 2 days, 3 days, you have to be virtually meeting for 1 hour, 2 hours. So it's very tough. I'm not used to such learning, but then I had to go through. But you know, I tell you a story. How literally it came into.
Thank you.
Actually, we were not selected because they spoke to. We applied. I only applied.
Mm.
Jayam, they spoke. Someone from TFI spoke to Jayam, the director, in English. Jayam did not understand English, and then Hindi. They were almost closing the call. Fortunately, I happened to be there that day in the office. So they gave me the phone. Someone from TFI is calling. And then I said, they said straight away, Christo, we are not going to do anything because the whole training is going to be either in English or Hindi. So unfortunately, Jayam or your people will not be able to come. Then I said, you want to discriminate us on the language? I said, straight question. Then, no, you have to answer.
Yes.
Then do something for language. Have a translator, I said.
Yes.
I love to do, get to be selected and practice and do fellowship.
Mm.
Why not? Because I don't know English. So that is how I got in. That then came for selection. It's a very impressive process. But I would have been happier if Jay was here
Yes.
or Gabriel, one of the coordinators, to be here. But unfortunately, so I'm training. I want to also teach our fellows, like people to learn some bit of communicating English so that they could handle all these sci-fi things. in life. So that will form part of the team development plan.
All the best to you.
Some of you can also come and teach English for us. You can
Definitely.
take a break.
More than happy.
Yes. I'm just looking for some
If
personnel.
we can do virtual sessions, that's something we can do.
Also, I'm trying
We
virtual.
can do Zoom sessions also.
Zoom. But
Maybe
you know, learning language.
there might be internships also. So
Yeah,
might try.
like the Delhi fellow who will be joining in June. I'm working on that. Like,
अनजान साथ लेकिन दूर सच्चे वास्ते जीवन में होता नहीं कुछ भी बिना बात के गीत अधूरा अगर बिगड़े हुए साथ है लाख मुश्किल मगर दामन में खुशियाँ चार दीवारों में देखी है दुनिया हाथों से छूटे हालात की डोरी लेकिन न खुले विश्वास की मुठियाँ कत्ल आम ने किसी की पर सजा नहीं उसूल खुद बनाए लेकिन क्या पता नहीं फर्ज पूछते हैं करते क्यों अदा नहीं देखे अफसाने वो जो लफ्जों में बयान नहीं
I think that was lovely, and that's why I feel if other wouldn't like it, I don't care. My family love it, my family owns it, so that's lovely.
So my question is to you. So how did you build your confidence? Like you were a shy kid, you were a nerd, and how come you became a filmmaker out of being a studious person?
Great question. I think I was a big part of bullying. I was like, I'm bullied like for my whole tenure, I think, when I was in school. And that's why I was a nerd. I didn't used to speak because मैं जब भी बोलता था लोग मुझे कुछ बोलते थे. So that's why I never spoke much. But you know what happened? Online हो गया सब कुछ lockdown में. So no one can say anything. मैं mute करूँ, unmute करूँ, मैं कुछ भी बोल सकता था. So online gave me the power to speak. I was like, यहाँ तो कोई जो लोग बोलते थे वो online lecture कभी attend भी नहीं करते थे. So that time और फिर मैंने धीरे धीरे and we always have like morning meetings in our Teach for India session, and I miss them now. So we used to have morning meetings. So I went to my teacher, my fellow who used to teach us, like it was So I told her that can I take like a morning meeting today, and she was like, will you? So I was like, yeah, I'll take. So I took a morning meeting on collaboration. It was like really pathetic, but it really gave me a lot of power, and from that time I understood I can speak. Regardless of people liking me or not liking me, I can speak, and it's amazing. It gives me happiness, it gives me power. My family was so happy. I'm taking a session and like online, they were like, yeah, tu to sab paa gaya. Like I was small, they were just flaunting me, nothing else. But yeah, and filmmaking, it is another story. Like I always do things like on the same day. So it was my friend Priya. She and Mehak directed and like wrote Chitti, one of the film we created and reimagined. So Priya told me to join Nazarya, and we both filled the form one day before the opening day of Nazarya. So it was another youth artist, Raj, who is friends with Priya. So that's how I get into like filmmaking. And when I joined Nazarya, I was like not even sure that they are making films. The first thing I got to know about Nazarya was they teach you how to make reels, and I was like, no bro, I don't want to make reels here. But then I got to know, no, they teach how to make films. So I was like, yeah, ये भी सीख लेते हैं. And now I'm a youth artist here.
And I'm a theatre actor myself, so storytelling is a big, huge part of my life. But my question to all four of you actually is, when you have a story ready, how do you execute it? Like, what is the next step? How does onboarding work? How do you cast? How do you produce? How do you get people basically?
So for this, we have a very huge process for this. तो एक क्योंकि हमारा देयर इज मास्टर शीट जहाँ पे हम सारी डॉक्यूमेंट वाली चीज़ें प्रॉम्प्ट्स हमें क्या क्या चीज़ें चाहिए, जैसे इसमें स्टिक था तो हम गए, एक अंकल वॉचमैन अंकल उनका रिसेंटली जॉब लगा हुआ था एंड वो लाइक अंकल प्लीज़ दे दो, अंकल प्लीज़ दे दो स्टिक, हमें ज़रूरत है कि लाइक मैं काम से निकाल दिया जाऊँगा तुम लोग की वजह से, तो फिर अच्छा नहीं होगा. सो दिस इज़ हाउ वी हैड टू हमें ऐसे बातचीत करके कन्विंस करके लोगों को लाना पड़ता था. इनफैक्ट
उसमें एक मिनिस्टर अंकल थे, उन्होंने उनको बहुत ज़्यादा शौक था कि फिल्म मतलब एक्ट करने का, एक्टर बनने का, लेकिन वो कहीं ना कहीं नहीं कर पाए। तो हम ऐसे कनेक्शन के थ्रू उनसे मिले एंड ही वॉज सुपर एक्साइटेड कि मुझे नहीं, मुझे करना ही है। इवन फ्यू डेज बिफोर ही मैसेज मी कि अभी फिर से आप लोग कोई फिल्म बना रहे हो। तो ऐसी ऐसी चीज़ों को लेकर मिलाकर हमने एकदम डॉक्यूमेंट्स के थ्रू और हमने एकदम एक्सेल पे ऑर्गेनाइज करके अच्छे से, पहले एक्सेल भी नहीं आता था तो वो भी सीखा, तो वैसे हमने अच्छे से ऑर्गेनाइज किया। फिर बहुत ज़्यादा इजी हो गया था हमारा काम।
Yeah. So, or else I'll speak a lot. So, I think yours is all pre-production stuff. When you say how we bring people, so basically we bring people through connection. So even I did theaters for 2 years. So I learned about acting. So one of our teachers who used to teach us came join us to act in a play. So this is how, and we have like an Excel sheet as she mentioned. So where there we have to like do those all stuff जो एक feature film बनाने के लिए करते हैं, scheduling, call sheet, shortlist is like worst you can do. It's like brain rotting. It will brainwash you. But yeah, these are stuff you have to actually do it. You have to do recce, like go on the set before some days, see all the thoughts are fit and all the stuff. And we got to know all the stuff once we start going on set. और जब हमें लगता था ना एक और एलिमेंट है छोटा सा, जब हम फिल्म बनाते हैं तो मुझे लगा सिर्फ हम कैमरा रख देते हैं और वो बस बोलते रहेंगे, डायलॉग्स हो जाएंगे, बट इट इज नेवर लाइक दिस। अगर यहाँ से लेना है फिर वहाँ से सेम बार बार रिपीट, so you have to repeat one scene for like 10 times from different angles to get like 10 different shots. So these are things that I got to know once I started doing all this stuff.
Yeah, so I feel they have covered up everything, but a bit as I feel the fellows and mentors who taught us, their connection and their privileges they used for us in a good way, like getting connections, and somehow we were so passionate about our work. Like after having 2 months of mentorship from Sapan Bhaiya who taught us the filmmaking, we were so like ready that we are even going to strangers and like taking 10 minutes to tell them कि हम क्या कर रहे हैं, like इतना जरिए I will do this here then, and then like आपको करना है, आपको आना है. So that kind of passion and motivation we had, so all went smooth.
Can I have that? I'll do it. I'm sorry. Yeah.
We have found our shining bright. We'll lead us stars and the future is ours. Just watch us shine.
Experience domestic violence at home because they're persevering. Some of you may already be zoning out, right? Because of clinical studies and blah, blah, blah. Most important in all of this is the fact that student voice is missing. So when I felt that we needed to lead into this issue, naturally the people that I turned to would be Vishwa and Dhyana. There's Jigyasa from Slam Out Loud, an incredible organization that's working on student voice and expression, who's working with a bunch of students in Delhi, document their stories of dealing with extreme heat. Eventually perhaps creating spoken word, slam poetry, rap. I'd love to see a music video that I can make to a policy maker rather than yet another op-ed. In Bombay, there's this incredible community called Nazariya. There's a whole bunch of Teach for India fellows, alums, students who are all involved with that in various ways. What's their superpower is basically turning the ability, the lens to students to document their own journeys, to make sense of their communities, their lives, their challenges. I think it will be incredibly powerful
to not only have a student-made film that documents the challenge, but creates an arc from the challenge to student-led solutions. And there's a whole bunch of Teach for India alum that are working directly or through organizations that they've started, or organizations they've joined on student-led real-world problem solving. But more importantly, because everyone will have a different motivation that connects them with members of the Teach for India community. Most importantly for me, in this last 10 years, when there's been moments of either doubt or serious challenges that go well beyond what many of us may be experiencing, the first people I turn to when I want a sense of moral clarity and solidarity are my Teach for India friends, peers, and allies. And that is, I can say that categorically, you will be incredible people along the journey. Very, very few will compare to that true sense of constitutional morality and commitment to India that we share with each Okay, thank you. That's what she is.
Ha ha ha.